Well, good morning and welcome to the show. Guess what? April here, 6th, Sunday morning, and I'm at work. How about that? Fueling my Tampa right now. Gonna head out. I got all day track. So they asked me, I got one curve up there. It's got a few spots on it. We're not happy with. Down a little bit, so last week I haven't been able to tamp a left-hand curve. I mean, a curve that goes to the left, but at curve 12 up there is where we're going to head today. But last week I had a tech here from Delta, and we got all that fixed up so that I can now tamp a left-hand curve. So we're going to head up there and we're going to do that. That's the longest curve we have. Anyway, rainy. But April showers bring May flowers. The trees are all starting to come out. So anyway, I got a rock car here behind me. He's going to follow me up. Regulator's going to follow me up and get some tamping done today. They shut down Friday because of high water on the river, and the Army Corps of Engineers said it wouldn't crest until sometime on Monday. Crest means that it reaches its highest point and then it starts to go back down. So anyway, it crested and it went down yesterday actually, and they loaded barges, emptied the train we had here, but you know, Corps engineers said we'd be down till sometime Monday with the river. Couldn't load barges, so the prep plant shut down to do some maintenance, and they've got something up there. It's all tore apart because they figured it was going to be down. So can't run trains because the prep plant can't run because they went on the information that the Army Corps of Engineers gave. How about that? All right. We're getting fueled up here. Okay. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Well, we're up here on curve 12. I got most of it done. It's looking pretty decent. Really good. Right now. This is, like I said, this is the longest curve that we've got. It's about 2,500 feet in length. I'm on the exit spiral right now in the curve. Okay. Started here, went all the way through here. Now, like I said, we're on the exit spiral. So I don't have much farther to go. And we'll be done with this curve. All right. Now Monday morning here. I'm up here tamping curve 43. I was unable to do this. If you watched last week's video, you know that I could not use my left reference on my machine. And this is a left-hand curve. I'll show you that in a minute. But I came through here one time already. I lined the track. Looks pretty good right now. See right here how far it was out of alignment. Shifted over this way, so I pulled it back over to get it nice and straight through here. This is a little bit of a dip through here too. So I'm on my second pass. Surface lift on it, get this dip out of here. Anyway, let me get up here. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, this is curve 43 going into bridge 9. You see it's a left-hand curve. I said I could not do that last week. We got that fixed so I lined through this curve. This is right up in here, right here, and up right up into, oh yeah, let me see that, right up in here. It was all over the place, so I lined through it, shifted the track around where it needed to be. It looks pretty doggone good right now. Okay, that's where we're at here Monday, and I'm gonna go go tamp another spot here after I get done with this. I'm gonna let's finish this off through here and head up track, do another spot. All right. Like you can see right there, looks pretty doggone nice down through there. Yeah, looks real nice. This was all over the place right here. And got real nice curvature on it now. And that dip is right down in here. Like I said, I just went through it again. It's still a little bit low, but I'm gonna need some rock pulled in there before I can tamp that again. It's not bad, certainly nothing out of specs. Certainly is not a safety issue. It's more of a cosmetic issue than anything, but I will tamp it again when I get some rock pulled in. How about that? Because I don't like it. I want it to be nice and level. But we'll get there. Not today, because I'm out of rock down there at the ballast pile. We'll have to order some more rock. Dumped the rest of it yesterday. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Oh, okay. Well, okay, tamping along, started hearing all this chirping, rattling going on. This piece right here is called a chair. Okay, holds the tamping tools on, and the chair bolts to this. Hold it on that basket. Anyway, there are 6 bolts holding that chair onto that bracket that hangs down off the basket. Guess what? Couldn't be an easy one. Got to get in there, crawl in there, and put new bolts in because it's rattling all over the place. Wonderful. I wish I had a battery impact gun, but I don't. I got an air impact gun to run off the air on the tamper. These workheads are in hooks up here. They will not fall. Okay. Got the hydraulic pumps on, so this won't come back in. Anyway, that's where our next project is. All right. Wednesday morning. Look at this. 31 degrees this morning. How about that? It's going to get down in the 20s tonight. I'm going to have to build a fire in the fireplace when I go home. Keep pretty warm. Yeah. Anyway, this ain't going to last long. It's just goofing around, but that's where we're at here. Going to head out and go some tamping right now. Okay, they ran 2 trains last night. That's good. Train's up at the mine loading right now.
milepost 8.0. Dragging equipment near axle 1. Total axle 160.
How about that?
TRS detector milepost 8.0. Dragging equipment near axle 1. Total axle 160. Out.
Out. We don't even have a dragger in there. The tech guys down there working on it. He came in today. So from Progress Rail, so they've got three of our guys down there, plus the tech from Progress Rail. So I don't know what they're doing, but that certainly is an errant message. Train just went through down there. Okay, that's where we're at, and I'm on my way down to fix a joint bar here, broken joint bar this morning. Okay, it's down the somewhere down there around Bridge 3. All right. Well, Wednesday afternoon, got a train going through here, headed to the mine. We'll see what our detector message gives. I'm over on this side watching the train. There's three guys over on the other side watching the train, just in case we see something that's out of ordinary or abnormal or whatever, and the detector doesn't go off. At least we're watching the train go through. How about that? Okay, we'll see what kind of message we get here. Usually takes about 15 seconds after he goes by for the detector to give a message, if all is well. If something wrong, he'll give a message immediately as soon as it detects it.
TRR detector milepost 8.0. No defects. Repeat,
Okay.
no defects. Total axle 160. Out.
How about that? They changed the message. Used to say Cumberland Mine, and it never gave the total axle before. I like the total axle in there. Some detectors will give the ambient temperature also and the train speed. And this one will if they set it up.
CRR detector milepost 8.0. No defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 164. Out.
Well, there you have it. I guess we got a new detector message. No longer says Cumberland Hot Wheel Detector like it used to. How about that? And it gives the axle count. And it only gives one message instead of two before. There you have it. Well, this is the, got to get this fixed. Okay, it's got a battered head. I tamped this up tangent up through here 3 days ago. And this was a mud joint. It's pretty low. Anyway, when the train ran over, it broke the joint bar. And I got ties here to nip up. I'm going to have to get a buddy to help me do that. Anyway, that's where we're at with this. So both of them are broke. All right, and of course, I'm by myself. Go figure. All right, I gotta get to work. Well, I got the 2 new bars on. Anyway, I'm gonna have to pull this rail up a little bit to meet this gap so that these bolt holes will line up. They won't line up right now. Anyway, yeah. I said I'm gonna have to get a buddy up here to nip this tie up, and this tie also to nip it up. Put a bar out there and get underneath the tie and push down on the end of the bar, and that pushes the tie up while somebody spikes it. I've actually done that by myself in the past. Put my foot out against the bar and spiked, and push down on the bar and push it up and spiked it. Excuse me. But at 71 years old, and it's all wet out here, rainy and stuff, I'm not going to do that today. I'll wait till I get a buddy. Or I'll come up here tomorrow with the tamper and squeeze these ties up. So that's where we're at. All right. Let me show you this. See the end of that bar? It just broke. Either the day, probably the day after, a couple trainer after I tamped this, so it's not been broken very long. It's a fresh break. Okay, how about that? All right, let's see what happens. Okay, I think we got it together there a little bit. Let me see if we can get a bolt in her. Put my gloves on here. Almost, it's real close. Let's try this one. Uh-oh. There we go. I did it. All right. Okay, well, I got both bars on and I got all 6 bolts tightened up. Yeah, they're all tight, real tight. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get my buddy up here to help me nip those 2 ties up. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. This is pretty cool. That joint bar that broke was, hope you can see this, because it was real muddy and rain, was made in 1974. That's a 4 right there. Yeah, you should be able to see it. And U.S. Steel, Illinois, 132-pound rail. How about that? So it's original joint bar for our rail, and I'd say here it's in April of 2025. That joint bar held up pretty doggone well, huh? Good U.S. steel, huh? All right. Yeah, especially for being a mud joint, and that's how that head got battered on there. Was the track pumping up and down. Anyway, there's 4 sticks of rail in this tangent on this side that I need to get replaced here next shutdown. This is one of them. Get rid of a couple more battered heads up there with mud joints. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to clear up here pretty soon. The train's just about dumped off. Friday morning. Typical April morning. Guess where I'm at? Interstate 79 on the northbound exit. And I got to come up here and meet a rail truck. I think this is this rail truck back there, that big red truck. I don't know. We'll go. Just got here. I'm going to get back to find out. So I got to lead him down to our milepost 8 siding, where we're going to unload the rail. Supposedly I got 2 tractor trailer loads of rail. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Busy week. Anyway, I'll go see if that's this guy or not. All right, yeah, he doesn't know how to get here. He came from Cleveland Cliffs. New rail. All right. About time I get an easy day, huh? It's been a non-stop week. I got my 3rd tractor trailer down here. He's got 39 footers on him. First one tracked was a Kenworth. Second was a Volvo. We got a Mack now. Haha. Said had to keep him up there at 79 because I just don't have room for more than 1 truck in here at a time. Anyway, I got a train coming here. He'll be going by here pretty soon, so we're gonna wait until the train goes by before we get this guy in here and get him turned around. I love those bulldogs. Pretty cool. Okay.